Welcome back to the Media Unrestricted Podcast. I'm Chase.
And I'm Dylan.
Let's get right into everything. We're going to start off with the TV shows. First topic is the Falcon and Winter Soldier, Episode 3, Friends in Low Places. Overall, I thought this was a fun, action-packed episode.
Sorry. Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a really... more of an adult show. I mean, I feel like some of the action things were really, just were really intense and really cool. I really liked the whole jailbreak. I thought that was a neat scene. And Baron Zemo, in all, was, I think, really cool in this episode. I'm still curious to see if they don't turn him villain down the road, because I thought toward the end, I thought they did. I thought they kind of maybe did, but no. Still not yet. I also enjoyed him at the when they were at the dance thing, and he started dancing. I thought that was funny. I'm definitely curious to see how this show goes. Definitely with what's her name?
Sharon Carter.
Yeah, seeing what, because she's up to something, and I don't know what it is, but I really did enjoy this episode. I think it was definitely better than last week's.
Yeah,
and the first one too. But yeah, this was a good episode. There's only 3 more left, so I guess let's see how this show finishes out.
Yeah. And with that, we're going to move on to the next topic here. And our next topic has to do with The Last of Us. Yep. Now, HBO is developing a TV series of the popular 2 video game series, The Last of Us, and it's actually about to start filming. Now, the filming for this is expected to start on July 5th, and the filming for this is going to last almost a full year, where they say they're not expected to wrap until June 8th of 2022.
That's crazy.
Now, as the article states, that's a lengthy schedule for an episodic TV series, and just goes to show that HBO is pulling out all the stops to ensure that The Last of Us will be appointment viewing when it eventually premieres. And like they say, which might not even be until mid-2023 based on the filming schedule.
That's crazy. Just to know how long this show is going to take just to get filming. I'm curious to see in the end how many episodes I guess that's going to entail. I know it's supposed to be based on, I think, the first game, if I'm correct. I guess, they say... What do they say? That good things happen to people who wait, or something like that. So maybe it'll be worth the wait, I hope, in the end. And maybe this can... Because to be honest, I want to say this. Maybe Dylan agrees, maybe he doesn't. I think we should have just did a movie instead of a TV show. I think it could have worked better as a movie than a TV show. But I'm looking forward to checking it out and... What would you say, 2 years?
Yeah, something like that.
That's just crazy just to think about that, but who knows? Maybe it'll be here before you know it, and we'll see how it turns out. Maybe it'll be better than Last of Us 2. Who knows?
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
And it's probably not that hard.
All right, and the next topic we have for you is the Chucky TV series has started filming and will premiere in the fall. Now, a little bit of information we have on the show is that the Chucky co-creator Don Mancini has revealed that the sci-fi series is finally in production, and that we'll likely get it this fall. Now, the what do they call it? Synopsis, I guess?
Yeah, synopsis.
The series follows a suburban town plunged into chaos when a good guy doll turns up at a yard sale. Devin Sawa is part of the cast, as is the original Chucky voice actor and the actor who did the serial killer in the original Child's Play movie, Brad Dourif. And on the heels of production kicking off, Arrow's Alexa Duig has joined the cast also.
I'm not sure.
Now, Devin Sawa actually posted this on Twitter. It says, "Day one for me on this show with the little fella," which I guess this is also a reveal of what he's going to look like in the show. Which, if you compare it to the this picture from the original Child's Play, it looks pretty similar, I would say, honestly.
Yeah, that is actually from a movie, actually. This is from when they did... What was it, Cult of Chucky?
Oh, really?
And then the one that was before that. That's what he looked like. He does look good, but I still think I prefer the original look for Chucky. I'm actually looking forward to this show. I know you said you're not. I don't want to say you're super excited for it. I don't even know if you knew about it till this moment. Because I know it's going to be on the USA Network and Sci-Fi. I'm not sure how that's going to work with it on both networks. But you said that it probably won't have language, gore, or anything. But they might be able to do something. Who knows? I can't wait to definitely check out the show because hopefully it'll be better than the last movie. Because Cult of Chucky was bad. Really bad. I just would love for it to go more off the original 3 and less off of what we got, but I guess that's what's going to happen because it's supposed to be just going to have this and then the other Child Play remake, I guess, is supposed to get a sequel probably too, so we're going to have 2 Chuckies going at it, but I can't wait to check it out this fall. I don't know if Dylan ever will, but I'm definitely going to check it out.
Yeah, I'll check it out too, because, I mean, when we do our show, we'll have to give our review for each episode.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely do the same.
Yeah.
And we're going to move on to the next main topic here, and that is the Young Rock episode 6 premiered a few days ago, and Chase is going to give you his review of it.
Yep. This episode was pretty decent. This one was about Rock wanted to see E.T., so... that was a cool thing, but like he was with Andre, and Andre was kind of explains to why he doesn't go to movies, and Rock was trying to get him to go because he's afraid since he's tall he'd block everybody's view and everything. And then there was also talking about his dad was supposed to win the championship for his father, but his mom saw him meeting with another wrestling producer and everything, might go to another thing, so she switched it last second and not give him the title. But overall, I thought this was a good episode. I like it more whenever it's him as a kid. I think it's better than whenever he's middle-aged and older. But I can't wait to see what next week provides, because they are getting better with like it being a continuation, because I thought at first it wasn't going to be a continuation, but it's like always continuing off each other, so I think it's definitely getting a little bit better.
All right, the next topic we're going to talk about here is they finally released the trailer for Space Jam 2: A New Legacy.
Yep, just on
and
Saturday.
The trailer was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, I don't know if it's exactly what I expected it to be, but I mean, it's pretty good for what we got.
It was a fun trailer. I just thought it too much reminded me of Ready Player One. And there's anyone, if you watch the trailer and if you've seen that movie, you easily can understand why.
Iron Giant
and all that stuff. But overall, yeah, I did enjoy the trailer. I don't know if I'm that much on the bad guys. The other basketball team. I don't know if I like them as much.
Because, well, I'm pretty sure the Goon Squad, like, they're supposed to be the NBA players that have the cameos.
Yeah.
Because, like, that robotic one who does the dribbling fast, to me, I think is Russell Westbrook. Both the female ones are the female WNBA characters. And I think that Vulture one is Anthony Davis. Because I think he had a unibrow.
Yeah.
So, I think those are the NBA players' cameos.
I prefer the Monstars. But I think what I'm looking forward to this movie is just to seeing what other Warner Brothers characters are in this movie, because you get a tease of some of what's in the trailers, like in the background. I know there was like both Penguins from the old show and Dan DeVito, Jack Nicholson's Joker, and a whole bunch of other people in the background.
Yeah, you also have
King Kong was in there.
You have King Kong. You also have a Space Ghost.
Yeah,
you have the Scooby Gang from Scoob. It's the Scoob design. Mm-hmm. You have the Mask. The Night King and White Walkers from Game of Thrones. You have apparently there was someone from the Goonies in there.
Yeah,
you also have Pennywise is in there.
Pennywise is in there too.
You also have one of the agents from the Matrix.
Yeah. There's a lot. I think there's
Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze.
There's a lot of surprises in there.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what they do with all those. I know. I just can't wait to see the movie. I guess I don't know. I can't remember. Say July. Am I right?
I think
it's a.
I think
July
it might say on here real quick.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, Space Jam: A New Legacy premieres simultaneously in theaters and on HBO Max on July 16th, 2021.
I definitely look forward to checking it out. I don't think it's definitely not going to be better than the original. There's no way. But I think it's going to be a load of fun, I believe, and I can't wait to see how it turns out.
All right, with that, we'll move on to the next topic here, and that is we got a new trailer for Black Widow that obviously reaffirms the July 9th release date. And I really thought this was the best trailer they've released so far. It gave us some new footage without like outright spoiling the movie. Like with these trailers, they've managed to give us new footage, but also not give us a whole lot from the movie, you know?
Yeah.
Like this is the movie where I'm probably going to watch every trailer they release for it.
Yeah.
Because every trailer has been good, and every trailer has also shown us footage, but also not shown us a whole lot.
This trailer also wasn't as long as the other ones.
Yeah,
so it didn't provide as much.
This trailer was only about 2 minutes. I think it's the longest trailer we've had, maybe.
Yeah.
And a few things in this trailer that stood out to me was at the beginning we got some shots of Natasha doing some narration, and then she mentioned her family. Showed shots from the original Avengers Age of Ultron, and then ultimately like her death in Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
And then it showed shots later through the trailer of her and Taskmaster, and like they had some cool transitions. Like when Taskmaster let the arrow fly and it blew up the car, and then it transitioned into the fiery airplane.
Her as her as a kid, I think, as well.
Yeah, showed her as a kid. Where what's his name?
Dude from
David Harbour.
Yeah.
David Harbour said, "My daughters are the strongest girls in the world."
Yeah. I really did like this trailer. I thought it was really good. I think actually all the trailers for Black Widow have been very, very good. I just can't wait to see this movie on July 9th. I think it's going to be really something special. And I'm curious to see where they go with Black Widow from here. If this will be her final film, or if maybe they'll add more back information, or if they do bring her back, which there's no way. But July 9th, that's gonna be actually a crazy month, I guess, because you're gonna have Black Widow one week and then Space Jam the next week.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be good competition for them. But it'll be here before you know it, and I know me and Dylan would definitely give our thoughts that weekend.
Oh, yeah, definitely, because we're seeing it opening night.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so the next topic here is the Mortal Kombat movie and Venom 2 release dates have been pushed back. Now, Venom 2 has been pushed back again, while the Mortal Kombat movie has been pushed back for the first time. Now, the dates for these is Mortal Kombat, like Chase was saying, was only pushed back a week to April 23rd instead of April 16th, while Venom is now set for the theatrical release on September 24th instead of September 17th. Now, this article explains why the reason could be maybe. In the case of Mortal Kombat, this could be because of the release of Godzilla vs. Kong. It wouldn't make sense for Warner Brothers to pit another of its movies against the best performing pandemic release at the international box office, which would make sense because that would mean they would have Mortal Kombat coming out literally in like 2 weeks when they know Godzilla vs. Kong is going to be making that bank over the next few weeks.
Yeah.
And then they also said the long-awaited video game adaptation has James Wan on board as the producer and promises to push its R rating to the limit. And obviously from the trailer we know how that's supposed to be. And then they go on to explain about Venom. Let There Be Carnage. The change ensures enough space between the debut of the Marvel anti-hero sequel and other big-name releases coming out this summer, like James Gunn's Suicide Squad. So I think what they're saying is they didn't want it to clash with Suicide Squad.
No.
Which I guess is fair.
Yeah.
Because Suicide Squad, I'm sure, is probably going to make a bunch of money, too. Because I think a lot of people are looking forward to that.
A lot of people enjoyed that trailer, so I think a lot of people are going to be seeing that one. At least it's only a week for each movie. At least it's not a couple months. At least it's only a week. And I can't wait to definitely check out both movies. Both movies are high on my radar. Definitely Mortal Kombat after that first trailer. The Red Band trailer was just pure goodness. And I know me and Dylan are definitely going to be seeing that probably opening night.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely talk to you about that one for sure. And same thing goes with Venom 2. So at least it's only a week. Let's just hope for no more delays.
Yeah. All right, and to round off the episode today, we're going to be talking about Godzilla vs. Kong. Now, at first, right here, we have the box office numbers.
Yep.
And this is the box office numbers for this week. And as you can see, obviously, Godzilla vs. Kong is number one at the box office. Over its, 5 days? Or is it 6? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
5.
Saturday. Yeah, the 5-day week. Godzilla vs. Kong made $48,500,000, which places it squarely at the top of the box office. And also keep in mind, that's with limited capacity theaters and just like limited theaters in general. 3,064 theaters, which is incredible. The Jeffrey Dean Morgan movie Unholy rounded out at number 2, which only has around the mid to lower 30s on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Not doing very well, but money-wise, it's hanging in there.
Nobody.
The Bob Odenkirk, I think it's Bob Odenkirk, right? Yeah, Bob Odenkirk's Nobody.
One too far.
Is number 3.
Almost
whenever it was number 2.
It almost had the 2 spot actually.
Yeah, it's only down by $130,000.
Well, not
it's
much.
down 55% from last week. And then Riot and The Last Dragon is number 4.
So it's still sticking around.
Which is still hanging around right there, even though it's on Disney Plus for the premiere or whatever.
And Tom and Jerry's top.
Yeah, and then Tom and Jerry is number 5. So the box office is pretty solid. That Godzilla vs. Kong number is pretty significant because that is the record for the pandemic era. And I believe they're saying that Godzilla vs. Kong could possibly beat out Godzilla King of the Monsters, even though
definitely
Godzilla vs. Kong opened during a pandemic and King of the Monsters didn't.
What I definitely take away from the numbers is number 1 and number 12.
Yeah.
Those numbers. Godzilla has surpassed Wonder Woman for just 5 days. I mean, I know when Wonder Woman came out, I know it was not the same situation we have now. But I just find that really crazy to me that Godzilla just for 5 days has already surpassed Wonder Woman 84, and I know I don't think it's that far off from Tenet.
Wait, so is this number for Wonder Woman 84 46 million? Is that like the amount it's made total in theaters at this moment?
Yeah.
That is awful.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Yeah. That's
a flop.
So
the Croods made more money than a Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah. So I'm really happy to see these numbers for Godzilla vs. Kong, and I knew this would get people back into the theaters. I know whenever me and Dylan went to see it on Wednesday, shows were selling out.
Yeah.
They were I think in Los Angeles, I think they were having the same problem there too. It's just crazy to me that shows can sell out, and I think today whenever I saw it again, I only think it was about 3. I think there's only about 3 seats available. So good to see people is ready to go back to the movies and see things again. I'm hoping that's a sign of being on the right track.
Yeah, and with that, we're actually gonna. You can see the picture up right here. We're going to get into our review and thoughts about Godzilla vs. Kong. Chase has seen it twice. He saw it for the second time today.
Yep.
And I saw it for the first Wednesday. And only time at the moment on Wednesday when we saw it at the premiere. And our premiere was packed. It was completely sold out. There were people coming into the theater whenever we were whenever we were getting our pre-order tickets. People trying to get into the showings, and they were being told that it's sold out. So literally, I think almost every showing that we had where we in our theater was sold out. So that should tell you anything about the box office. But
I think that was funny whenever we did walk in, and they were like, "Yeah, can we get tickets with 5:45 or something?" And you're like, "Sorry, that's sold out. When's the next showing?" It's not for a couple hours, and it barely has anybody. I think they just left. I don't even think they got tickets. Well, that's the thing. For this, you shouldn't have just thought you could just walk into the theaters and get tickets.
Yeah,
you should have always pre-order.
Yeah, we bought our tickets last week, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
I bought them when they first went on sale, which was I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it was slow. It was slow getting tickets, but as just the days got closer, it just got full. And that day, like I said, I checked it in the morning, and it was still about 20 seats left, and then a few hours later, there was like 5. So it was crazy. It was a good crowd of people.
So going into this movie, I did have high expectations, and I think this movie completely exceeded them. You get everything you want in this movie. Obviously, you get the big monster fights. You get both of those, and as it says, one will fall, one does fall. No spoil.
Well, we're gonna.
We're going spoiler free at the moment, but we'll tell you.
We'll tell you when we're not spoiling.
As you saw in the trailer, Millie Bobby Brown's character, that kid who was in Deadpool 2, and that conspiracy guy, they do go on their own little journey.
Brian
Tyree Henry. Yeah, they do go on their own little journey, and I do agree with a lot of other reviews when they say their journey is the least interesting, because they don't really do much during their journey. Like they just travel a long distance, and that's pretty much it.
See, I'm actually the opposite.
Really?
I'll talk why. And it has to be spoilered.
And I think there's was that, but I thought the
Team Kong definitely more.
The Team Kong humans, I thought their story was definitely a lot better. It was a lot more fleshed out. They knew what they wanted to do with that side of the story. I mean, they knew what they wanted to do with the other side of the story too. It just wasn't that interesting to me. But yeah, we got the big monster fights. One half of the human characters, in my opinion, weren't that good, but the other half was pretty fleshed out, and the story as a whole just really worked for me.
The best character is the little girl Gia from the trailer you see and everything.
Yeah,
her relationship with Kong is something special. I really like their relationship.
Yeah, and
friendship.
I think at this point we'll move into spoilers. Correct?
Yeah, because I feel like this movie you have to get spoiler.
Yeah, so spoiler warning right now. If it's not flashing on the screen, I will have it flashing on the screen.
But if you haven't seen this movie, please go see it. All we can say is we like the movie. So if you are going to be leaving us, we thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe and comment and everything.
Yeah, but come back after you watch it.
Yes, please. Now we're going to be spoiler. I've got some notes and everything I'd like to discuss. Let's see, where do I want to go? But going on to your topic on your thing first about the Godzilla people, I thought they were a little bit more, not as like super important, but I didn't think they were bad just because I feel like if they didn't do what they were doing, we would, like, the reveal of Mechagodzilla wouldn't have been as cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they kind of brought him together, and like, you see the skull crawler and everything. But here's from my notes, unless you got something else you want to go off the top or just go from what I said.
No, you can keep going.
Okay.
And I'll throw in my 2 cents here and there.
I've got some, like, I ranked like things from good, mixed, and bad.
Yeah.
Great things I have are the action scenes. The action scenes are worth whatever your ticket price is. And definitely see it on a big screen. I mean, if you can only watch on HBO Max, that's fine. But I feel like it definitely deserves a big screen.
One thing I will say, they gave away a lot of the action scenes in the trailers. If you saw the trailers, you saw a lot of the action scenes between them.
But not all of them.
Not all of them, obviously, but
some of them, yes.
Honestly, in my opinion, the majority of them. There are some in here, sure, that you don't, that aren't in the trailers, but a lot of them are in the trailers.
Yeah, some of it I forgot.
Which is kind of a shame, but that's just how it is.
The visual effects were really good. They were great. It's crazy to me to see what CGI has, what it started from, and how it's grown to.
Yeah.
Please watch Power Rangers, the movie, if you really want to see bad CGI.
Which Power Rangers? Not the recent one. The recent one was good.
No, the one from the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to see bad CGI, please watch that. The next I have is Kong and Gia. Like I said, their relationship and their friendship is really good. Since she is the like deaf and everything.
Yeah, I don't know if you were going to get to it. I'm sure you probably were, but in the movie they communicate through sign language.
Yes.
So Kong himself knows sign language, and
it's really beautiful.
And it's because of that he actually communicates with like the adult woman too.
Yeah.
Since the adult woman cares for Gia, Kong starts caring for the adult woman. I feel.
Yeah.
Because she can communicate with Kong, since I think she knows sign language too.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of a beautiful like moment with them. Brian, what'd you say, Brian
Tyree Henry.
Yeah, I really like him. I enjoyed him in the Child's Play remake. I thought he was
he was the security guard that died, wasn't he? Oh no, he was the guy whose mom was in that car. Yeah, because he was the neighbor.
Yeah,
right.
I thought he was great in that, and I thought he was great in this. I don't know if he does anything else. Those are the only two things that I've come to my mind. But if he does, if he can get to do a lot more, I'd love to see him do more. How quick we got to the Titans, I also enjoyed, because it doesn't take long. Kong is right off the bat, and then I think Godzilla is like right after him.
Because in one of the newer trailers, it shows Kong like stripping a tree and throwing it at the dome.
Yeah,
I think that was in one of the trailers.
Yeah,
that's at the beginning. That's literally like the first scene.
Yeah,
because the movie literally opens on Kong just sleeping in the forest or whatever, like on top of all the trees. He wakes up, he grabs a tree, strips it, and throws it at the thing. He sees it breaking apart, and then just starts screaming like in the trailer. And then that's pretty much where it starts.
I like that, and then going from there, I like Kong is he kind of feels like moments. He feels like a human in this. Like whenever he gets up, like he scratches his butt. Yeah, I thought that was fun. And during one of the fight scenes, whenever Godzilla grabs his arm, he breaks his shoulder.
Oh, he pops
and then he pops it back in. I thought that was really cool. Hollow Earth. Hollow Earth was super cool. It looks really nice. I really would love for them to go further and just to see what's more into Hollow Earth, because there's things that we don't know in Hollow Earth.
Yeah, another interesting thing for me with Hollow Earth, it was like almost two separate things.
Yeah, it's like
because they had one mountain that's like the tallest part of there, where if you jump from the top of that mountain, you flip gravity and you're on basically what's the roof, and that becomes your floor.
And you have to go through
around.
And you have to go through like a portal.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And the portal they have to go through in the movie, I think they said is in Antarctica.
Yeah, Antarctica. Yeah.
And what happens is you have to be in a special ship. Because if you go through it, I think they said it would like rip you apart or something because of like the force.
Yeah.
Which makes you wonder why it didn't rip Kong apart, but I guess because he's so big.
Yeah.
So.
I think the last thing I have would be Mechagodzilla. Whenever he shows up, he fights Godzilla, and boy does he kick his ass. He kicks his bad. But Godzilla was freaking kicking it. But then when Kong got back up, like they started tag teaming him, even they couldn't even take him out right at first. It just took the humans to take him out. But man, he was super cool. I really like this Mechagodzilla. I think he might actually be my favorite enemy from the MonsterVerse. I don't know. You have any thoughts on Mechagodzilla?
Not on Mechagodzilla himself. He was cool
Definitely,
villain.
Seeing him kill the Skullcrawler. Yeah, that was super cool with the blast.
I have another thing to say, but it's about Hollow Earth. There are a few things we haven't touched on yet. They went to Hollow Earth, and Kong actually discovered what appears to be where he came from.
I was gonna get
because it was where you I thought you said
no. These are just
Mechagodzilla was the end of what you were saying.
No, these were just the things. I was gonna get into certain topics here. Like I have little things I just want.
Well, I guess we can use what I'm saying as a jumping off point. Kong basically opens a door and discovers that this like weird little hellscape or whatever has a throne.
Kind of like a throne, yeah.
And it also has an old axe that has a Godzilla back scale,
like his spine,
spiny thing on it. And Godzilla picks that up and sits on the throne like King Kong. And all of a sudden you just see like you feel rumbling, and then you see like a blue. I think that's what it is, right? You see a blue.
Well,
isn't that what it is, or is it? Yeah, it starts shaking first.
Well, that it's like turns on like
because blue. There's some point where Godzilla shoots a atomic breath down into that chamber.
That's once the thing comes on. Okay. Because like
because he puts the axe into like a little
like the ground, and then the Godzilla knows that hey, someone's down there, and he just comes over and just like basically makes a hole.
Yeah, he makes a hole literally from the surface of the Earth down to Hollow Earth,
which is cool.
And Kong uses that to
like Godzilla roars down there, and Kong like roars right back at him.
It's a hole like in the floor, I think,
like
because Kong falls down into it and ends up in Hong Kong, and then the people follow him in their ship, and then they end up in Hong Kong, and then that's where they fight.
Yeah. Going off, what's also cool about Hollow Earth I liked is right off the bat you get the war bats, which Kong has to fight those, and he almost gets suffocated by one of them when they wrap up. But then the way, like, because then like they help him like not like shooting him off, the way he destroys the war bat makes him look like Jason whenever he had like the bag.
Yeah,
that was cool. And then he just like I can't remember what he did. He took off the head and then ate the insides. Kong did. That was cool. Let's see. Then whenever Godzilla actually did the hole and everything, then from the top there are a thing called the Hellhawks, which are kind of like bats, and then they come down and start taking out people. So Kong has to try to fight some of those off, and then he goes into the thing into Hong Kong. I wanted to go then next to the mixed part. Number one I had was the soundtrack. The soundtrack isn't, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great either,
because it's not memorable.
Yeah, it didn't have like any of the like his Godzilla theme like it did in King of the Monsters, but I mean it wasn't terrible though. The humans are number two. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad against the humans. It's just some things are good, some things were not so great. And I didn't like them not showing Kong getting put onto the boat. They didn't show that. I thought that would have been kind of a neat thing to see. I thought it was kind of a mixed thing, but it was like, you know what? And then the bad thing, I actually only have one thing in the bad, and that is Rin Serizawa. They messed him up. They messed that character up. Rin Serizawa was the son of Dr. Serizawa from the Godzilla 2014 and King of the Monsters.
Is he the one that was controlling Mechagodzilla?
Yeah. The one that got electrocuted?
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
So, and you said his dad was his dad the one that sacrificed himself?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, man, that sucks.
They didn't even do anything with his son, man. They could have done so much more. That was a missed thing on their parts. Next, I wanted to go to a ranking of the movies real quick. Out of all the MonsterVerse stuff, I have Godzilla King of the Monsters at number one. No, sorry. Godzilla vs. Kong, number one. King of the Monsters, number two. Kong Skull Island, number three. And then Godzilla, number four.
Yeah, mine's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Because, like,
don't get me wrong, I enjoyed all of them.
I was about to say, while Godzilla 2014 was the start of the MonsterVerse, I do think it's the weakest out of all of them.
Just because he's not the Godzilla that I like. Because Godzilla's involved in each movie, but he's at his prime in this one.
Yeah.
Other thoughts I had were their first fight on the helicarrier and everything, or whatever it was called. That was pretty cool. Seeing kind of them fighting underwater, I like that fight. But Godzilla wins that fight a lot.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the military, Godzilla would have killed him. On to the Mechagodzilla reveal. I thought was pretty cool with the Skullcrawler, like using his I wouldn't call it breath because it was more like a beam.
Yeah.
Kind of like doing him in half. I thought that was cool. And then seeing him, like, more or less kill that Apex, like, the leader guy, like, going on his own. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, and now, I forgot the one thing from Hollow Earth I liked. Whenever the main Apex guy, his daughter was secretly with them, and, like, they're in their ship trying to escape, and, like, Kong grabs it, and then, like, smashes. I thought that was cool. The Hong Kong fight between both of them is, to be honest, I think the best fight in the MonsterVerse and monster fights in general. It just looks like a wrestling match, and these boys whooped each other's ass. There was a cool 1962 callback whenever Kong stuck his axe down Godzilla's throat because he did a tree in the 1962. I thought that was cool.
Another reference, I think, was Kong grabbed the top of one of the skyscrapers, and it was reminiscent of him grabbing the top of the Empire State Building.
Yeah, he was on top.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Because that was cool. And then it comes to Mechagodzilla versus Godzilla. Like I said first.
Oh, before that, one did fall.
Yep.
Kong ended up losing.
Yep.
But he was literally on the verge of death.
Yeah.
And then the human characters found out that they could supercharge his heart using the ship that they're in, because I think they said that ship, because it needed the electricity to get to Hollow Earth, it was capable of, like, restarting his heart, and that's what they did. And then Gia told Kong, like, Godzilla's not the enemy, you need to help him.
Yeah,
and then Kong's basically like, all right, and he went and helped him.
Yeah, because
that leads into what you're saying.
Because before everything, because whenever they fight, Godzilla he stomps on him.
Yeah,
and he kind of realizes that he's losing, like, heartbeat. So it's like, you know what, like,
just let him die.
Because kind of like, you know what, you did good, kid. You're just not good enough. And then like I said, whenever Godzilla, I guess, was about ready to head to the ocean, he was done. And then Mechagodzilla comes from the building, and like I said, he destroys Godzilla. I mean, Godzilla didn't even get anything on him.
Yeah, if it weren't for Kong getting resurrected, Godzilla would have died. Yeah,
and he would have died the exact same way he killed the Muto in 2014 with the fire down thing. Also, because I said whenever seeing Kong put his shoulder back in place, I thought was really cool. I thought that was a nice, cool thing to see. And then, like I said, it basically becomes a handicap 2-on-1. And like I said, at first, Mechagodzilla is still taking him out, but then the Team Godzilla, like, puts, I think it was alcohol on, like, the board, and it makes Mechagodzilla, like, malfunction, kind of. And then Godzilla blows his atomic breath at the axe, and then Kong just, like, starts ripping off parts, like his arms and his legs, and then he rips off his head.
Well, didn't Kong use his axe to cut those off?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said he ripped them off.
No, like he with his axe, and then I think he ripped off his head though.
Yeah, he did, because he held it up like that, like how they do in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Because then he did his monkey scream, like, oh.
Yeah, and then Kong like kind of like fell to the ground, and then like Godzilla comes back, and then Kong gets up like he's ready to fight some more. And Godzilla kind of looks at him, and then Kong like throws the axe, and then kind of like bid adieu and say we'll meet again. And
Godzilla turns around and goes back onto the ocean,
and then that leads to Kong's finding a new home, and it's in Hollow Earth, and it's in Hollow Earth, and because it was at Skull Island, like whenever you were talking about earlier, when he broke the thing, but now he's kind of in his real true home, and that's getting to like the final thing. What do we think the future could hold? What we'd like to see. I would love to see more of Kong in Hollow Earth, and just seeing him doing more things and discovering out more of his past and everything.
Yeah, they could call it Kong Hollow Earth
or something. Yeah. Number 2, I was Godzilla. Like, who finding a new foe? Who could he find someone to face off with?
What are some that he's already faced King Ghidorah. Mothra was in King of the Monsters and died.
Mothra's not in this movie, but there is a thing of telling you probably what happened to her in the dude's podcast. If you read on the thing, it has that the egg, because it shows in the King of the Monsters like about the egg. So, and I guess he would have talked about that in there. So, I guess Mothra has got her baby.
And then also. On that train to Hong Kong, there were eggs. I think eggs in incubation tubes of the skull crawlers.
So those all didn't get destroyed. So what that leads to, I don't know. And number 3, I had easily got to do it. Godzilla vs. Kong, a rematch. Godzilla was down for it. He was wanting it. But I think they got to have a rematch, and as sad as I had to say, because I'm Team Godzilla, Kong is going to win that one and become King Kong. Has to. You have to. But that's what I have for the future. I'm definitely going to buy this on Blu-ray for sure. I think it's a definite must. And as we said, Godzilla was victorious. He retained his King of the Monsters championship. And all I gotta say is to end the review, I know it's been going around today with people saying what they want to do more for the Monsterverse. # continue the Monsterverse. I definitely fully believe, because I know people say they have said that this will be the final movie. You just can't leave it out like this.
These make too much money.
This one has definitely been a success. You just can't end it like this. People, I think, maybe are starting to realize that these movies are worth a shot. So, like I said, # continue the Monsterverse. We need more. I need more. Just let's get to Godzilla destroy all monsters, and then we can be done. Because that one's the big Royal Rumble, so let's just have it.
Yeah.
But overall, I give it 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it both times. I will definitely, like I said, get it on Blu-ray, and I probably will watch it. I have an HBO Max, so I might watch it one time on there. But overall, definitely recommend seeing this movie in theaters if you can. Please support this movie. I think your money will be worth it.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 as well. That's mainly because I do think it's better than Godzilla King of the Monsters, which I think I gave an 8, but I can't remember.
But please just, when you see it, please don't go in looking to find out the facts of life. Because
you take the good, you take the bad, and you take them both, and there you have
the facts of life. Please just go in and just clear your mind and just have a good time. That's all it's about. Just seeing two monsters just beating the crap out of each other. It's a fun time, and I definitely recommend checking this one out. Please just support the Monsterverse and keep it going.
All right, and that's going to do it for this episode of the Media Unrestricted Podcast. If you haven't yet, be sure to like and subscribe. To like the video and subscribe to the channel. We would appreciate it. We get a lot of views, but we don't have a lot of subscribers. So if everyone who viewed our videos subscribed, we'd have hundreds of subscribers right now. And so we would appreciate if you would subscribe. That would help us out a lot.
I noticed from our quick thoughts out of the theater on Godzilla vs. Kong.
Oh yeah,
a lot of you enjoyed that, and we definitely appreciate you checking it out. First of all, but since you guys enjoyed that, I think we'll do that more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A little more, and I'm glad, like I said, everyone enjoyed those. I had a fun time, even though it was only a minute or so. Just getting your quick thoughts. I think that's the perfect time to get your thoughts out. But yeah, please give us a like on Facebook. It's the same, Media Unrestricted, same picture. Feel the follow on Instagram. I haven't been on TikTok in a while, so that's probably a done thing. But yeah, please subscribe, give us a like. If you got any comments on the movie, if you enjoyed it, liked it, just give your thoughts. We definitely appreciate everything, you guys. Thanks for the support.